Hey guys, I think I'm live. I'm not quite sure what's going on here because it's taken a while for it to show up to me that I'm live, but I believe I'm live. So if you didn't hear me say hello everybody, and welcome to Skylark24's Christmas live stream. So I'm not too sure what I'm going to say on here. This has just become a bit of an annual thing where basically I just go live on Christmas Day because why not? You know, like the Queen has her annual speech, Skylark24 has her annual live stream. So hopefully you've all had a very Merry Christmas. We've only got 1 week left of 2018, so let's all be merry and bright and make the best of it and enjoy our time with our families and friends, etc., etc. And hopefully 2019 will be a very happy new year. Oh, hi Sammy, I'm glad you saw the blooper live stream. I think I told myself to shut up at the end of it, so there you are. Now you know I talk to myself. All Skylark24 secrets are out in the open. So it's been deleted now. So those of you who missed out, you missed a treat. Well, anyway, I'm not too sure what I'm going to talk about or if anybody's even going to tune into this. I'm probably only going to stick around for like 45 minutes and then go off into the wide world of Skylark24. I see I've got 2 watchers, so obviously there are 2 other bored people on Christmas Day. So yeah, I suppose I was going to use this as like a, I don't know, just to talk about anything basically. Originally I was going to open this stocking that I've got here, but I'm not really going to do that. So I don't know, what can we talk about? Skylark24, the channel. What are your favorite videos? What would you like to see in 2019, since we've only got 1 week of 2018 left to go? I even listened to Ben Freeman's last comment on my last video and wore a dress today, so hopefully he'll see the playback of this at some point, because it would be such a shame if I dressed up and the subscriber who's always telling me to dress up didn't see it. So, yeah, not quite sure what to talk about, not even sure why I'm doing this. Can't remember what I spoke about last year. What's everybody been doing this lovely Christmas? How have you spent it? I throw it out to the audience. For me personally, it's been another quiet one because my family don't celebrate it. Oh dear. That's a nice depressing bit of news. Sammy says that he is losing interest in Kiddie Rides and might stop filming them. We've lost so many people in the community. Please do not delete your videos, even if you stop filming new rides, because I still remember Demo Danger. Well, I'm not supposed to use his old name, am I? Because he's changed his name now because he didn't want certain people finding him on YouTube. But I still remember all his videos getting deleted and how I wish I'd saved them. You know, everyone up north, up in the northern half of the country, has so many older, rarer rides. And it's always such a shame when the videos get deleted because obviously, you know, those rides may never get filmed again. I mean, it's the same as when somebody went and filmed a ride at South Shields and did a point of view, and now the ride's no longer there, and I wish that I got there and done a full view. So yeah, I'm sad to hear that you're losing interest, but that's the way we are as people, I suppose. Our hobbies and interests evolve and change, and I think the sadness of it is I watch everybody come into the kiddie ride community and grow out of it, and I'm older than everybody, and I'm here forever. But hopefully, even if you grow out of kiddie rides, you'll stick around and stay in touch with the community, because yeah, I think you know, if you're no longer interested in filming them, then obviously you have to do what's best for you, because yeah, that was a nice depressing start to the video. I think at the moment you're my we've got one other viewer. I don't know who the other viewer is who keeps coming in, but they're not talking to us in the chat. So yeah, so I haven't got much else to say about that, but it does seem everybody comes into the ride community and leaves again, and I'm just there, you know, uploading ride after ride after ride. But as I've said, I'm going to have to cut down how many rides I film myself. So in the new year, I'm definitely only going to be uploading 2 a week rather than 4. Mainly because I ran out of rides to film, because there's not that many rides still left out there. But yeah. So I'm going to be doing like information documentary things. Haven't quite worked out how I'm going to do it yet, or how many I'm going to upload. Have I changed your mind? No, don't feel like you're pressurized to stay in the community, as I've watched so many people, and there's no reason that people can't just view the videos without actually having to film them, you know. Because I've got plenty of people who watch the Kiddie Ride videos, as I'm sure you have, who just, you know, just watch other people's rather than filming their own. Well, I'm pleased you've changed your mind then. So there you are. That now we've got a positive bit of news on Christmas Day. I honestly don't know what I've tuned in to say. I was gonna. I don't know. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this live stream. I cannot remember what I said last year. So I don't know. As I say, let's just talk about Christmas as a whole. So obviously, my family don't celebrate it anymore. So mine's been a very quiet one, but in a way it's nice. It's been peaceful, apart from the fireworks going on out there. It's a bit of a shame, really, because I've got all my tinsel and Christmas decorations up behind me, but I don't actually celebrate the holidays anymore. Yeah, so I don't know. What did I do today? Not a lot. Ate too much because I bought lots of Yule logs and fruitcake and things to cheer myself up. And went out for a walk around Chiswick, which is like 10 minutes up the road from where I live in Ealing. And of course, all the shops are shut, so it was quite peaceful, and yet a bit eerie to be walking around and all the streets are empty. And I've downloaded this app on my phone called Job Spotter, where I can earn Amazon vouchers for taking pictures of vacancy signs in shop windows. And I'm trying to save up to buy a keyboard because I want to learn to play the piano. And so, yeah. I completely feel you there, Sammy. It's definitely, it costs so much money. That's the problem. And I suppose, how many subscribers have you got? You can't even monetize your account, can you? I'm making enough back now that it's worth filming them again, but I can imagine for the smaller channels, it costs far too much. That's what I've been trying to find, things that I can film that don't cost money. And obviously I've been doing the toy reviews on Sundays, and I started buying My Little Ponies to review. Oh, yes, you've got more subscribers than me, haven't you? So hang on a minute. So is your channel monetized? No, sorry, this is becoming a personal conversation. But if you monetize your channel, usually I find that enough people view the Kiddie Rides. Oh, I don't know. I don't know enough about YouTube, so yeah, I don't know. Well, I've been quite lucky because I've monetized the channel, so it's been like paying for the Kiddie Rides. But I had to stop doing the toy reviews because I was like going out and buying toys, and even though I was buying My Little Ponies at what's the name of the shop, Family Bargains, for like £1.99 each, that meant the videos were costing me like £4 to make, and then I was only making about 9p. So that's why I've had to start reviewing my pony collection instead, because obviously they're all already here. So I think YouTube's nice, but you have to think of things that you can do that obviously don't put you out of pocket, because it's a good hobby and a good way to keep in touch with people and meet new people all over the world. But yeah, it's very easy to end up out of pocket over it. Because yes, Kiddie Rides now, you know, back in the old days, you know, when I was a kid, they were all 20p, but a pound's a bit different. I didn't know you had a Fluttershy. Is that like a plush one, or a you know, a little brushable one? Or oh wow, there you go. You say Sammy got a keyboard for Christmas, so you know I'm very jealous now. I made £10 towards my my keyboard at by walking around all the closed shops and taking pictures today. So I definitely recommend the Job Spotter app to anybody. I'm not sure if you have to be a certain age to register. It didn't actually ask me. It didn't actually ask me for my birth date when I signed up, so I think anybody could sign up and do it. But it's nice to earn some Amazon vouchers and be able to pay for something, especially if you're out of work and haven't got much spending money. So, so what kind of keyboard did you get for Christmas? This has become a one-on-one chat with Sammy. I don't know where everyone else is. Obviously, they've probably all tired themselves out and gone to bed by now, because I started this quite late. But yeah, so yeah, like a piano. That's it. You see, I'm looking at getting a kind of full-size one that's, I think it's got 88 keys or whatever. So it's costing a lot of money. Doesn't everything? Yeah, and then of course, because I've never had a piano lesson, I'd have to pay for some piano lessons. And I don't know how I joined somebody in this kind of live stream, because I've gone through the Go Live rather than the Hangouts. Let's see if I can work out how to add somebody in. There's participants in chat. I don't know how I can add someone. This is what happened before, because I've done it I don't think I can add anybody, but I would like if we could do a live chat together at some point, you know, maybe early in 2019. And I don't know. I'm up for collaborating with other people and, you know, doing lots of live streams with different ride people and My Little Pony people, you know, just chatting about anything and, you know, bringing all the subscribers together and getting to know each other better. I think it'd be quite nice maybe to do a series of, yeah, that's it. Last time Sammy and I tried to do a live chat. It went horrendously wrong. So, oh yeah, I've just noticed I've got an advent calendar growing out the top of my head. That's very flattering. Yeah, so I probably should have advertised this somewhere. In fact, I'm going to just put the link over on the Skylark24 Facebook page so people know that they can join, just in case anyone's around. Just put it on here. Live streaming for the next half hour. Come and join us. They can't resist that, can they? Yeah, so yeah, it has been a quiet Christmas, but hopefully I'm meeting up with an old friend tomorrow, so I'll be a bit you know, less lonely. Callum asked, have I got the photo of the RGM helicopter that was outside the supermarket? I haven't got it on the computer at the moment. I haven't actually got any of my Kiddie Ride stuff with me today, so bit of a letdown. Sorry, Callum. Yeah, so What can I talk about? Kiddie Rides, yes. When you go to Morrison's, but kids keep climbing on rides. Yes, I have that all the time. It's just like two main issues with filming kiddie rides. They cost too much, and it's not so much the kids. I don't blame the kids. It's the parents not calling the kids off. I went to Milestones Museum. This light's getting on my nerves, so I'm just going to turn it away a bit. Sorry, I hope I haven't just become really, really dark to everybody. You know, you can't see my face anymore. But yeah, I went to Milestones Museum not too long ago, and they've got this old penny arcade there. And I was filming a puppet machine. And this mother let her little kid walk in front of me and stand in front of the machine, watching the puppets. And of course I'm filming, and I've got the back of his head. And then the mother's like turns around and has a go at me for filming her child. But I didn't want to film her child, I wanted to film the puppet machine. And of course I can't upload that film, so... And all the machines only cost 10p there, so it's not as bad as £1, but it's still, you know, any loss is a loss. And I didn't get to refilm the machine because there were just too many school kids around, and the teachers couldn't keep tabs on them all. So it was, yeah, wasn't a great time to be there. And yet we did get there quite early in the morning, so I need to go back to Milestones Museum and film more arcade machines. Believe me, I definitely have a go at these mothers. I never forget. It's 4 years now since I went to Ealing Broadway and tried to film the Jungle Drive Jeep, because that was Christmas Day 2014. And I never forget that child jumped on the ride, and the mother was well aware that I was filming, and yet she still let the kid climb on the ride. She knew I was filming, waited till the ride had ended, and then turned around and told me off and said I'd better not put it anywhere where paedophiles could access her child. I shouldn't be filming minors. And yeah, she had this terrible go at me, and I said, well, you let your child climb on knowing that I was filming, and I was the one who paid for the ride. And I made sure his face wasn't visible in the film, but I'm always worried that she's going to come out of the ashes, you know, rise out of the ashes and attack me for uploading the film with the back of her son's head in it. We've actually got an Octonauts now near us in Ealing Broadway. They've changed two of the rides in Ealing Broadway. We had, because we used to have the vending bus, the Ben and Holly, IX Pod, and Mini RG Mitchell Thomas the Tank Engine. We've still got Mini Thomas and the vending bus, but Ben and Holly's been replaced with a green Spider-O, and the IX Pod's been replaced by Octonauts, which was a shame because I was going to refilm the IX Pod in. I was going to film the IX Pod this Christmas, when obviously the shopping centre was empty. I was going to Ealing Broadway and film on Christmas Day because that's when it's easiest to get near the rides. And I was going to do like point of views with and get the simulation films, but yeah, it didn't happen because they replaced the IX Pod with Octonauts, which obviously I've already filmed. So anyway, Simpsons Clips 24 is here. Hello, Simpsons Clips 24. Yeah, I used to panic if kids climbed on rides and just walk off and stop filming. But at the end of the day, as we've already said, it costs such a lot of money to film rides, and because I'm not like getting a ride out of the money, all I'm actually getting out of the money I've put in is the film. I still remember when I tried to film RG Mitchell, Mini Thomas at our local garden centre, and this childminder let literally about 8 children climb on this ride, and I was there like my arms and my legs trying to fend the children off so that I could continue to film. And you know, I ended up blowing at that childminder, and I said, look, I wasted £1 on this, and you've let all those children climb on the ride. And she said, well, that's what it's for. It's there for children to ride on. And yeah, I probably should just hold my head up high and walk away if they have a go at me, because I think, yeah, entering into an argument is just not the best way to go, is it? Just reading what Simpsons Clips has written in the chat room. Speaking of kiddie rides, I did think of a version of R.G. Mitchell's Noddy Ride with Noddy's Toyland Adventures theme instead of the Make Way for Noddy theme. And sound clips by Susan Sheridan as Tessie Bear and Noddy. I always think it's amazing how people come up with so many different ideas. I think, you know, back in the old days, people should have been submitting all these ideas for different versions to R.G. Mitchell themselves. And, you know, nowadays everyone would be going mad collecting all different versions. But then, having said that, I'm still working on putting my History of Coin-Operated Rides playlist together, and I think I'm now up to like 350 videos on there, and I've still got more to add on there. But I was only going to have one video, like the best example of each ride on the list, and now I've started looking at the little versions and trying to put all the little differences in the versions. I ended up with like three Amutech fire engines on there, which was not the intention, because I'm the one who always says that I don't go in for looking at different versions, but there you go. Yeah, that's the thing. Stand in front of rides to fend off kids, and luckily it works. But then when you're trying to film, you end up messing up the film, don't you? I'd always try and take a couple of people with me so that they can like stand either side and guard. You'll often see in the background of my films, my parents will be there standing either side, and so many times I was filming a ride recently not that recently, a couple of months ago. I haven't put the film on there yet. I think it was in Ilford, and I was filming this ride, and this naughty little child came running out of the cafe towards this ride I was filming and tried to get on, and my dad actually put his hand on the child's shoulder, and the mother was not very happy, but it was the only way, because the mother wasn't doing anything to stop this kid running for the ride, and he would just like run straight past me in front of the camera and got on the ride, and my dad just stopped him. And the look of horror on his mum's face, and the look of shock on the child's face was a picture. I should have just panned the camera around to the scene that was going on to the side of the ride filming. Yeah. Hi, Ben. Now we've got 4 watchers now, so not everyone was too busy on Christmas evening, whatever. I took your advice and wore a dress today. Nice to see you in the chat. Oh. And now Harry's arrived. Everyone's arriving all of a sudden. Perhaps my post on Facebook worked. Hello, everybody. Yeah, so for those who've just joined, this was supposed to be a Christmas live chat. I've got a stocking full of gifts I was going to open, and I've decided not to do that now, so we've just ended up talking about kiddie rides again. Well, I'm glad that someone else is feeling a bit bored, Sammy, because that was exactly what it was. I was feeling bored and lonely, and I thought, well, that's what I do every Christmas. This is my 9th Christmas not celebrating, so yeah. The irony was I had like 3 or 4 people asked me to go and celebrate with them today, but for various reasons I couldn't get there, not least of which because, of course, there's no public transport on Christmas Day. So unfortunately it's really hard for people who don't have a car to get to their friends and relatives if they live too far away. So That's why I'm meeting up with a friend tomorrow, and hopefully I'm meeting up with another lot of friends next week. But we couldn't meet up today. And yeah, it's a bit sad, really. I mean, the guy I really wanted to spend Christmas with today, I didn't like to go and join him for various reasons. The train fare would have cost like £55 return or something to where he is at the moment, and I was concerned that someone else was going to show up who wouldn't have appreciated my company. That's all we're going to say, because he's watching this video. So, but I think he knows the reason I didn't turn up anyway. So it's out in the open now. That was my main reason for not going. So sad but true. Maybe next year things will be different, and I will have someone to spend Christmas with. Fingers crossed. I say that every year. This was my 9th year. Please don't let me spend a 10th year on my own. Anyway, Ben asks, do I like Fairground organs? Yes, I definitely like Fairground organs, as does someone else in the chat who I'm sure is going to start talking about Fairground organs now. Yes, I love Fairground organs. I think it's a little bit strange when you hear Fairground organs nowadays playing modern music in the old-fashioned style. But I do still like listening to them. Harry says he's had such a good day. He loves the mini Zoltar he got, which he sent me a photograph of earlier. It's like a little scale model of the arcade machine Zoltar. They're not as expensive on Amazon, just around £10. Well, I've managed to save up £62 in my Amazon vouchers through my new phone app. So once I'm you know, paid for my keyboard, perhaps I could start saving up for a mini Zoltar then. Carla Master, I like the Rondina helicopter. Yes, of course I like the Rondina helicopter. They were everywhere when I was a kid, and yeah, I just, you know, I love Rondina helicopters. But unfortunately, you don't see them anymore due to health and safety reasons. Harry's just talking about his Christmas presents. He says he got a beautiful marble-coloured vinyl of a Dead or Alive album. And Ben says, where have I seen a Fairground organ, and what does it make me think of? Well, usually I see Fairground organs in the centre of carousels. I mean, that's where I generally see them. And so I suppose Fairground organs make me think of carousels. But, yeah, so I know Dingle's Fairground Museum, they've got a lot of Fairground organs, like standalone Fairground organs, which are quite cool to look at and listen to when they play them. But yeah, I think Fairground organs really make me think of carousels and the horses galloping all around them. So yeah. Anyway, what else was I going to say? Not a lot, really. We've got 5 people watching now, so I'm afraid I have no idea how to invite someone to a live stream that I do through Go Live. I only know how to do it through Hangouts. I can't see any way that you can do it. There's a microphone symbol. I get the feeling if I click that, I'm going to go mute. And there's a thing which allows me to forward the link on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, but there doesn't seem to be anything to allow a second person in. I think you have to go through Hangouts to add someone. Harry remembers the video of an Anderton and Roland organ I had on my channel. Yes, that was one of the ones at Dingle's, wasn't it? No, you're right, Ben. Things like juvenile toy sets don't have organs. I don't know if they did originally, like back in Victorian times, but I don't, definitely not the ones you see nowadays. No, there's no person with a plus symbol. Maybe I can send you a screenshot, but no, there's, all I get is participants, pop out chat and toggle timestamps, which is on the top chat. I don't know. Let me just go into YouTube and see what happens. I go in through this, got the sound off, haven't I? No, I don't get anything, even if I go in here. No, there's no way. I don't think there's any way to add someone. I did try and Google it before when I did the live stream with Taj, but yeah. What songs have I heard Fairground organs play? Everything under the sun. I mean, the last Fairground organ I heard was when I was in Nottingham and I went on the Bishton's Gallopers and they were playing Christmas music. What can you say? It's that time of the year. And I think they were, I can't remember what songs, I can't remember what specific songs they were. I think it was quite I say a modern Christmas song. People are going to laugh. I think it was something like "I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day," which doesn't really fit with the Fairground organ style. But yeah, there's no settings button on here. There's nothing. It's just like a full screen chat. And unless there's this thing, no. Even if I click on Skylark24 at the top, there's nothing on there to allow me to add someone. Emoji. Do I want to show my support for Skylark24? Yes, I'll donate some money to myself. I don't know why they give that. I don't want anybody to donate money to me. Just to make that clear, that's not my choice to put that on there. Harry says he knows a guy who has a little collection of Fairground organs. I wish I had space to collect things like Fairground organs. If I had that kind of space, then I would collect Kiddie Rides. And Ben says, what kind of trains do I like? Probably, I like steam engines. I mean, obviously, I like trains. I like modern, ordinary electric trains, but yeah, I prefer steam engines. I think I was born in the wrong era. I love going to like old railways and watching the old steam engines. Sammy says, it would probably mean I'd have to restart the stream, which is, if I'm going to end it, and I'm probably going to end it in like 15 minutes anyway, so there's not really much point doing that. But as I say, since you've now said that you want to do a live stream with me, we need to pencil that in and decide on an evening to do it. I don't know if it's easy for you during the Christmas holidays, and we can do it one evening. So it was about this time last year that we did it before. I can't believe it's been a whole year. Yeah, I like diesel trains as well, Ben. I like all kinds of trains. Harry says Fairground organs are hard to get hold of. The amount of tuning it up and giving maintenance could be hard work. Yes, I can imagine that. Just because I think it was before you joined the chat, I was talking to Sammy about how I want to buy a keyboard because I want to learn to play the piano. And I know, I mean, originally I wanted to get an actual piano. And it's quite easy to get a piano. It's quite easy to get a piano, but the tuning it means it costs such a lot of money because I'd have to bring it up the stairs and that would just completely mess it up. So Ben says, have I ever ridden on a carousel with a brass ring, and where was it? No, I've never ridden on a carousel with a brass ring. And I know that's like the typical American thing, isn't it, to ride on a carousel with a brass ring and try and catch the ring as you go around. And there's so many songs that talk about the brass ring and the carousel, and I've never ridden on a carousel. I think there's a museum somewhere in America. I think it's New England or somewhere, where they've still got a carousel and it goes ever so fast and you have to catch the gold ring. Unfortunately, I'm not free tomorrow because that's when I'm meeting up with my friends, as I said earlier in this chat. But I should be free most other evenings. I don't know if I've got anything else planned I don't know if I've got anything else planned. I mean, as I say, there's going to be one day that hopefully I'm going to Winter Wonderland at Hyde Park with my friends. And but I haven't got anything else actually penciled in, so any day except tomorrow, actually. But what base did the Astrojet have? Callum asks. Well, as we discussed in the last live chat, it was the base from the Spacewalker, which got recycled. Ben says, did I know you can get horses in Minecraft? I have seen pictures of them. I've never played Minecraft, so you know I need to broaden my horizons and learn more about all the cool trendy things that the younger people do, because I feel like an old woman. Sammy went ice skating and surprisingly didn't fall over. I've never tried ice skating because my mum's always been like, oh, you'll fall over, and put me off. But I'd love to try ice skating. I was going to, when I first went to Winter Wonderland 4 years ago, I was going to go ice skating and I chickened out. But yeah, I would love to try. I would love to try ice skating. I'd love to try roller skating as well. There's so many things I've decided I want to do in 2019. The only thing that's stopping me is money. But now I've found this way that I can get some Amazon vouchers. Perhaps I can, buy some roller skates and a bike. I've never learned to ride a bike. I've never learned to swim. These are all things I want to learn to do. I need to improve my horse riding skills. I'm going to become a sportaholic, I think. Ben says you can ride on the horses in Minecraft. Yeah, well, I definitely need to have a go at Minecraft then, don't I? Because I can't afford to ride real horses, so I need to ride computerized ones. And Callum says, where have I seen the Spacewalker? The only Spacewalker I ever saw was in Blackpool, because they were already quite rare by the time I was a child in the 90s. Somebody's writing to me on my phone. Don't know who it is. Just eBay. Nothing of any interest. I thought it was someone struggling to get into my live stream or something. No. Yeah, well, this stream has not been very Christmassy. Does anyone want to talk about what they've been doing for Christmas? I feel like I want to hear about other people's Christmases and make myself feel a bit more festive. So, talk to me about your day. Have you had family around, or have you been around to other people's? Have you been around to other people's houses and, been sitting around Christmas trees and open fires and whatever else it is that people do at Christmas? Because I need to hear about Christmas, because otherwise I'm going to go crazy. Have I been on steam-powered carousels? Yes, I have. At oh my goodness, what's the name of the Hollycombe Steam? I've forgotten what it's called. Hollycombe Steam Fair. They've got some steam-powered carousels, and they've actually got some hind horses on the carousels, and which are like my carousel horse that got converted into a coin-operated ride. So, yeah. So now everyone's talking about where they've been for the holidays. I probably shouldn't be sharing people's personal details, but yeah, it's always nice to hear Christmassy stuff, because, as I say, we just don't do it, and I do miss it. I remember when I was a kid, we used to, usually we'd like go to my grandparents and spend time with them. Wouldn't always get to go Christmas Day, though, because my dad usually didn't want to go out of the house on Christmas Day, so we'd go Boxing Day instead. And then later on, we used to see my sister on Boxing Day, but now she tends to spend Christmas with her husband's family. So unfortunately, that's why I'm familyless on Christmas Day and Boxing Day. Fair enough. Harry says he finds it interesting that fairground organs have the attention to detail on the artwork and figures that move to the drums. Very clever. Yeah, well, I suppose they're similar in their animated way to all the singing toys you have, aren't they? So, have I been to any Christmas markets? Well, I did go to the one in Nottingham, but it's not particularly big. This year, I've only been to the one in Nottingham. About 10 years ago, I went to Luxembourg and Germany, and we went round the Christmas markets over there, and they were a lot bigger than anything you see here. So everything kind of pales in comparison. I like the Christmas market at Hyde Park at Winter Wonderland. I think that's quite nice. But apart from that, the Christmas markets here tend to be quite boring. Harry sadly didn't get the Billy Bass he wanted for Christmas. So he's going to save up for it. It costs around $40 on Amazon. Well, good luck, Harry, because, you know, I keep saying the same thing, but yes, sign up to this wonderful new app that I'm using, because I'm not pushing people to sign up to it because, you know, I'm some kind of weirdo who wants your money or something, because I don't get anything for referring you. But you can see, I don't know if you can see it on there, there's an app on there called Job Spotter. I don't know, you can't see it. No good. But I definitely recommend it to people, because I can't show it to anyone. But it is really good. Yeah, I suppose you could call and hang out. So I haven't got any headphones on me, and then we're going to get feedback. But are you able to do a live stream, Sammy, later? I don't know, later in the week or next week. I don't know when you go back to school or whatever. But as I say, I would say tomorrow, but I don't know what time I'll get home, because I know that that friend of mine, I tend to go out with him and not get home till about midnight, because we just start talking, and he's moving away to Wales next week, so we know we won't see each other much after that, so we'll probably spend probably stay out late. That's the only thing. So, oh, hi Jack, Merry Christmas to you too. Oh, and North Spartans arrived now. We're getting everybody in right when I was about to stop the live stream. Everyone's finally arrived. It's quite a party here now. So for those who haven't been here before, this is I'm repeating myself, so I'm sorry for the people who've been here all the way along. This has been just a live stream talking about nothing, basically. It wasn't a specific subject. It was really just because I was bored and lonely and wanted to do my annual Christmas speech or some nonsense like that, because I've basically been on my own. Well, I'm with my parents, but my parents don't celebrate Christmas, so this is my 9th Christmas not celebrated. I feel sad. And yeah. Oh gosh, lots of people writing in the chat now. Jack says he had loads for Christmas. I'm very jealous, Jack, because I haven't, you know, I don't have Christmas presents, basically. So, oh my goodness, he's got a GoPro. That's what I need. I desperately need a GoPro, because then I could film. I could do more vlogs, basically. So I desperately want a GoPro. Harry says it would be nice if one day he could video chat for a change. Well, perhaps we could do a live stream. I know you're not always comfortable doing live streams, Harry, but it would be nice. Mayday says he's had a good Christmas. I'm glad to hear it. Simpsons Clips is back in the house. Welcome back. Ben says, what do I like to have at McDonald's? Well, I'm vegetarian, so I don't have much option at McDonald's. I do like the little cheese bites they do. Very unhealthy, lots of calories in them, and I'm trying to lose weight, but yeah, they're I like those little cheese bites. I like the fries, and I like most of the McFlurries. I like the Dairy Milk McFlurry, the Oreo McFlurry, and most of the limited edition ones they do. I haven't actually had the Maltesers McFlurry yet. Everyone's bragging about what they got for Christmas and making me feel very left out. So, mind you, I've got my smartphone. I don't need an iPhone. That's, I'd just be greedy to want an iPhone. So, Mayday's uploaded his Christmas presents video if I'm interested. Mainly involves DVDs, VHS tapes, and other stuff. Not a Spartan goes to McDonald's for McFlurries. I don't blame him. Yes, I used to like watching Countdown when I was a kid. Do I like DuckTales? Ben's asked. I used to watch DuckTales years ago. I don't remember much about it, but I did watch it about 20 years ago. Harry would love to do a live with me. Yes, I will definitely be there if any weird people come up. I couldn't believe that weird person who came into your chat when you did the live stream. Jack loves the caramelized frappes. I don't know if I've ever had them. I used to like the smoothies, and I like McDonald's milkshakes, but I heard they were gonna discontinue them or something. The funny thing is, you see, I'm vegetarian, but I don't like a lot of vegetarian food. I do like corn sausages, but some vegetarian sausages are so bland. My goodness, they do tins of beans and sausages, I think, at Asda, and they taste like cardboard. I would never have them again. It was going to be a Countdown CD-ROM at one point, but for some reason it didn't take off. I never heard about that, but Sammy's having corn sausages as hot dogs tomorrow. I'm jealous. I want corn sausages as hot dogs. I don't know what we'll be having tomorrow. I'm going to go out and have lunch with my friend and probably stay out and have dinner out as well, which is going to cost me far too much money. But yeah. Harry got another record player for Christmas. The chat's just taking off now. Callum says, "Do I remember a duck that you sat on and it quacked?" I remember duck rides. I don't remember any of them quacking. Jack's going to do a review of the frappe at McDonald's. Ben's asked, what's my favourite old CBeebies show? I don't know, to be honest. I think I'm trying to think if I'm still watching by the time it became CBeebies, because it used to be CBBC back in my day when I was a kid a million years ago, and well, it's Jack's birthday next Sunday. Well, there you go. Then you see, you get another pile of presents then. Hopefully, you didn't open all your birthday presents today. That's why you got so much, you see, and then you don't get anything for your birthday. 6th of January. I always think it must be hard for people who have their birthdays and Christmas together, because I know when I was a kid, I liked it because my birthday was in May, so if I wanted a new toy, I'd ask for it for my birthday, and then I'd ask for it for Christmas. But if you have your birthday and Christmas together, you have you have such a long time to wait, don't you? Can't you just change your birthday to 6 months later? Sammy, remember I told you about the new Polly Pocket TV series? Yes, I do remember you told me about it. I haven't seen it yet. Not Spartan has his birthday 2 months before Christmas. So you've got another 10 months to wait then. Do I like The Simpsons, Futurama, and Family Guy? I've never really watched Futurama and Family Guy. I went through a phase when I was a teenager that I liked The Simpsons, but I think it was really because I had a bit of an obsession with Nancy Cartwright. And because she was voicing My Little Pony, and then I became obsessed with all her other voice acting roles. And so I did go through a phase of watching The Simpsons. To be honest, I never really liked adult humour cartoons, but to each their own, and I respect everyone else's opinions. Jack's having a party next Saturday. Well, I hope you have fun at your party. Yeah. I don't really have it. The thing is, I was going to wind this up at 9:30, but we've got more watches than ever now, so perhaps I'll keep going for another 10 or 15 minutes. Then I probably should be getting on with more work, because my work's never done on even on Christmas Day. I have to get on with listing on eBay. So yeah, because now everybody will have their Christmas money. You see that they want to spend on all my stuff. Yes, I do remember listening to an interview with Nancy Cartwright where she said she was taught by Dawes Butler. I think she said she originally wrote for someone else, didn't she? When she was a kid, 'cause she wanted to know how to get into it, and I can't remember who it was. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just reading the comments going down the page. Have I heard of the Cleveland Show spin-off Family Guy? No, I haven't. Sammy says Polly Pocket's about an 11-year-old girl called Polly with a locket that allows her to shrink. Well, that's a new take on Polly Pocket. I'd never actually thought of it like that. So it's quite interesting, though. It's at least they've given the backstory to why Polly Pocket's so tiny. Harry thinks that I'm funny in the way that all of my toy review videos, I say hi guys at the beginning of the video, and it gets a bit higher in every video. My mum has just commented on that. That's why I was laughing about it. My mum listened to my videos, and she loves to take the mickey out of me, and she goes, "Hi guys." I tried to be child friendly. I tried to be like one of those really annoying YouTubers, but then my voice sinks back into its usual deep place. I do need to train my larynx to sit higher, because for my singing anyway, because I did a lot of shouting the other day. I had a big argument with my mum. We won't go into that. It was all about Christmas anyway. But it was, yeah, my voice is quite cracked up, and I'm not able to sing at the moment, but you can probably hear I sound like a smoker. But yeah, yes, I didn't necessarily. I do need to raise the placement of my larynx, because it would make it easier for me to sing soprano, as my good friend and singing teacher is always telling me. So I sounded like a pony. Well, good. I need to get back into voice acting and be a pony. Sammy's going to watch My Little Pony: A Very Minty Christmas tomorrow. I haven't watched that film for years. I love that film. I love the. I love Minty and her obsession with socks. It's so cute. It always makes me laugh when so many people get annoyed when they're given socks for Christmas, because I love socks. I just really adore socks. Jack says, GoPro I was on about, I'll be doing theme park videos. I'll be doing point of views of fair rides, but I don't know when yet. That's exactly what I want a GoPro for. And also I'd like to do videos of me ride hunting. So like if I was in shopping centres or something, you know, and also maybe car boot sales. You know, I could just go around with a little GoPro on my head and be like digging around in boxes, try and find stuff, because it was really hard to do the filming and still be looking for stuff. What's it called when I sing and my pitch gets higher? What you mean? Do you mean when you change keys in a song, or I don't know? Jack got a football table for Christmas as well. Well, you know, Santa's been kind to you this year. Oh, it's called falsetto, Ben. There you are. Not a Spartan knows better than what Ben's talking about than I do. Have I heard of the 2009 My Little Pony Christmas film? I'm trying to think, what was the film in 2009? Was that Twinkle Wish Adventure, was it? I can't remember now. Harry says he still loves listening to my cover of "I Don't Know How to Help You" and cries laughing when it's played backwards. It's well, at least he's crying laughing at it playing backwards, not at my cover. The Thomas and Tuggs man got here from playing Angry Birds. Well, everyone's got to find their way to the super fun world of Skylark24 some way. So Jack wrote Santa a letter and he replied back. Well, I think I did that years ago. I remember my grandma and granddad wrote to Santa, and they got personalised letters back. And my grandma wrote and said she wanted a teddy bear, and he sent her one. I don't think he realised she was too old to be on the list. Yes, it was. You're right, Sammy. It was the last MLP movie before Friendship is Magic, and it had that song in it. What was it? Dreams Do Come True, wasn't it? And at the time, I knew Janice, who was the voice of the old Pinkie Pie, and I was gutted when she didn't, when she wasn't the voice of Pinkie Pie anymore in Friendship is Magic. I know her voice wouldn't have suited the new Pinkie Pie, but we were really upset because, you know, she'd been so kind to me for years, and she was the one who inspired me to get into musical theatre and everything. And it was a bit sad when she was no longer a voice of My Little Pony. Do I remember Concorde? Yes, I do remember Concorde. I remember when I was a kid, I remember Concorde was going to fly over our house, and getting very excited, but we didn't manage to see it. We didn't manage to see it because it was a cloudy day. And do I remember the Bulwell flight simulators? I saw 2 of them, but they were never very common where I was. Last night, Not a Spartan's sister tried to catch Santa by putting a dog's bed at the door, so he left a footprint. Well, that's one way to catch Santa. My sister has got a film of a reindeer eating carrots in our house when he delivered my nephews and nieces presents last night. So well, Sammy's got a Minty plush from Build-A-Bear. I've only got one plush pony from Build-A-Bear, and that's Applejack. I'd love to have Minty, because Minty's like my favourite G's. Well, she's pretty not, actually, no, take that back. Pinkie Pie's my favourite G3 pony. Minty's my second favourite. And it's really nice that Minty is back in G4. Do I like the family Ness, Jimbo and Jet Set, and Penny Crayon? I don't really remember the family Ness. I was never really a big fan of Penny Crayon, but Jimbo was one of my big loves as a child. Now Harry's asking me what my washing machine's like. I'll have to take a picture of it for you, Harry, because I don't even know what brand it is. As it's basically quite quiet. It used to be very quiet when we first got it. It's still working today, but not as quiet as it used to be. It's well, our washing machine it's like one of these ones built into a kitchen cupboard, so you can close the door on it, and so it's relatively quiet. It's quite. Do I have a favourite character from McDonald's Farm? This is really embarrassing. I can never remember all these kids' programs. That used to be on GMTV, didn't it? I remember the trailers for it, but I can't remember the program itself. What if Jimbo crossed over with Budgie Little Helicopter? Well, Jimbo would have to take Pippa's place. Well, actually, he wouldn't. What would happen is, yes, Budgie could go off with Gloria. So Gloria's the female playing in Jimbo, isn't she? And Pippa can. I'll ship Pippa with Jimbo just to confuse things. But yeah, I loved Concorde. I admit, no, I'm not much of a train or plane spotter, but yeah, I always loved Concorde. Always got very excited if ever. I think we saw Concorde when it was parked at Heathrow Airport. We drove past once and we saw it, but I never actually saw it in flight. So yeah, I don't know. I haven't really got anything else to say. I have Ben's leaving now. Bye, Ben. I suppose it's getting late. It's almost 10 o'clock, so everyone's going to start abandoning me now, which it's fair enough, because I was going to end this. I was going to end this 15 minutes ago anyway, so I don't want to keep everybody out of bed. Sammy didn't get anything on his Christmas list. I'm really sorry about that. At least I don't have to worry about that with not doing Christmas. That's the. I got my parents some chocolate, and my mum made herself sick by eating it, so that was good. But you know, they haven't given presents for 10 years now, so yeah. So I can't worry about Christmas lists. So that's. But I'm always sad when people who do Christmas don't actually get what they want, because it's just a bit of a shame, really. Perhaps it's better if we all give each other gift cards and go out in sales and buy things. I always liked it if I got some money at Christmas and then I'd go out in the sales and go and buy all the toys at half price, you know. Harry has an obsession with washing machines, the way they spin. Well, you spin me right round like a record, you say. Not Spartan. That's a bit of a depressing thing to say. A bit off topic here, but loads of celebrities died this year. Fennell Fielding, Stephen Carl, Stan Lee, Stephen Hillenburg. I know it's very, very sad. I mean, I personally was sad when probably hardly anyone here will know him, but Chaz Hodges died. Chaz and Dave. And I love Chaz and Dave. Went and saw them in concert a couple of times. They were such nice people. And yeah, I was going to go and see him in concert again, but it never happened. So yeah, it's not been a very good year for celebrities, has it? Sammy says, "Can you call me tomorrow if I don't get home too late?" Well, yeah, of course you can. I don't know. I honestly don't know what time I'll get home tomorrow, because when Rob and I get together, it tends to turn into late nights. But I'll let you know if I'm home early. So, Callum says, "Where's the best place to ask me ride questions?" Well, on my ride videos, I suppose. Oh, Callum says he liked Chaz and Dave. Well, there you are. Someone else actually has a weird sense of taste of music. So. What's my favourite meme? I don't think I've got an actual favourite meme. I tend to like grumpy cat memes. That about sums me up, really. I put one on my Facebook yesterday. I can't wait for the holidays to be over, which they almost are. So it's all right. There you are. Grumpy cat will be happy for another year. So, yeah. I don't think I've got an actual favourite meme. I'm just trying to think. Yeah. It's sad. It's going back to the celebrity thing. It's so sad but so many people are dying young. I mean, that's a horrible, depressing thing to say. I mean, obviously it's sad when anyone dies, but if you get an older person, then you kind of expect it. But that is a sad thing to say. But I mean, if someone's in their 90s, it's you expect it. But if someone's only in their 40s, like Stephen Carl, I mean, Stephen Carl was the same age as my sister, and I think that hit me, because it literally can happen to anybody. So, yeah. Lazy Town memes are the best. Oh yeah, I suppose. Yeah, if you're talking about like video memes, I like all the "We Are Number One" memes. What's the one? "We are number one with crippling depression." I like that one. What rides did R.J. Mitchell have that was an F1 car? There's the super sprint racing car. Sammy wants to make YouTube poops, but probably not allowed to because he's too young. Well, just make polite YouTube poops. Just don't put too much bad swearing in. And I can hear my parents getting very loud and restless upstairs. They must be having a nice little argument. Are there any Astrojet rides going about just now? I'm not aware of any. Unless you've seen one for sale somewhere. Yeah, I know the swearing can make them funny, definitely. Just, I don't know, just go with some go with some light swearing. Slip the odd swear word in, but no. I mean, then I won't use any swear words as examples on my live stream, but some swear words are nastier than others. I mean, there's some swear words that I wouldn't use, but there are some that I would use when I'm amongst adults. Obviously, I'm trying to create a family-friendly atmosphere here. But yeah, not Spartan's right. Some YouTube poops are completely clean and can still be funny. So. You can play around. I'm not great with video editing, as people know, so I've never attempted to get into the world of YouTube poops. But yeah, you can make them private and share them with certain people. Harry's faded off of making his own YouTube poops. Lost motivation to make them, but he was going to make a sequel to his Come Outside one. Well, I told him that he should make a sequel to his Come Outside one because his Come Outside one was funny. If anyone hasn't watched it, they should go and watch it. Maybe it was just funny because I like Come Outside when I was a kid. I don't know. I think jokes are funnier when you can relate to them personally. I think that's the key. Callum says, where was the last place I saw an Astrojet and what year was it? I can't remember. I think probably it was the one in Filey, and that was 1999. So, but I think it was there after that, as far as I'm aware. But I never went back and saw it, so I haven't, as far as I'm aware, seen an Astrojet for 19 years. My goodness, that really does make me sound old, doesn't it? I've not seen an Astrojet for 19 years, and yet it feels like yesterday. Sammy has a rare DVD. Tell us all about it. Underground Ernie, Summer Breeze. Well, don't shout it too loud, Sammy, or people will come and rob your house for your rare DVD collection. I read a horrible story on a YouTube forum about a man who shared his Lego collection on YouTube, and somebody broke into his house and smashed up his collection and stole his collection. And I was just like, why would you do that? It was horrible, but it was so sad because he put such a lot of effort into building custom models and put them on. He put them on his YouTube, and some spiteful person had to go around and ruin it all for him. He came home and found the real bricks all over his front garden. I mean, puts me off of putting the ponies on YouTube. Someone's going to come round and I'll come home and find pony brushes all over the front garden. Yeah, I agree. Don't tell anyone where you live. It's not a good idea on the internet. Callum's asking, was the Astrojet a rocket? Oh yeah, I suppose it must have been some kind of rocket, mustn't it? I never know what ride manufacturers are thinking of when they make spaceships, because I suppose they're made out of their imaginations, aren't they? Because the whole point is they're like futuristic sci-fi things. I just found out that apparently there's still an Edwin Hall Dalek and Apollo spaceship in Blackpool, but it must have been there. They must have been there when I was there in August, and I didn't know. They don't work, but they're in like a museum or like an old arcade around one of the back streets, and I really want to get back there, and I want to get to Morecambe and film that Whittaker Brothers donkey that Amber found. Got so many places I need to go in 2019, and I need to get a car. That's got to be next on my list. If I could buy one of them on Amazon with my Amazon vouchers, that's definitely what I need. But then I need to be able to buy the petrol as well. So Sammy asked, what is the Astrojet? Well, it's maybe Callum should describe it to you, because he's the one who's obsessed with it. Yeah, it was an R.G. Mitchell rocket ride basically, and it was red and it was long, and you sat in it. That was pretty much all it was to it, and it went up and down on a hydraulic arm. Nice pony collection on the right or left. Yeah, or both. They're everywhere. They've taken over my room. My bedroom is no longer mine. He's only saying that though because he didn't know what else to put or say. Well, okay, I'm glad they're not nice at all. Then that's yeah. VW Golf Polo. That's obviously the kind of car I should get. I definitely need to get a car, but I'd like to get a to transport rides in so I could start sighting them. I've no idea who said the Astrojet was from 2004. It's definitely not from 2004. I haven't found the actual release year for it, but I know it was late 1980s. Got recalled. what it's called, they reuse the bases for the Astrojets. So the Astronaut was released in 85. So yeah. Anyway, who else is written on here? Ben's back. Do I like the underground Ernie kiddie ride? Well, I like the look of it. I've never actually seen one working because when I tried to operate it, it wouldn't accept my money. So yeah, not good. What else? Callum's saying he rode an Astrojet when he was 3 at an Astor store. Well, I never remember Astrojets being at Astor's. Gosh, that really is going back a long way because I don't remember ever seeing hydraulic rides at supermarkets. It was always just the little rocking animals. Our Astor had R.G. Mitchell, Jumbo, Rocky, and the Toy Town police car when I was a kid. And also they had a cartoon van which you sat in that played Pink Panther cartoons. But my parents never paid for me to go in that because they said it was a waste of money when I could have a ride for the same money. What else is going on? Harry's saying he's thinking of making a few changes to his channel soon, making it more professional and returning to vinyl videos. Yeah. I definitely need to I need to get a channel trailer sorted out, and I need to work out what I'm doing with these info documentaries about rides, because otherwise 2019 is going to be upon me in 5 seconds flat, and I need to sort it out. So I need to get, even if I'm not going to publish the ride website, I need to get all the information in one place so that I can, yeah. Do I like the Jolly Roger Rupert Bear ride? Yeah, I do. I mean, again, I haven't got the nostalgia for these rides because I was too big to ride on them. But yeah, I like the design of it. I admit I'm less fond of the video versions, the video options, but I do like the yeah. Well, not Spartan. With all the money he got for Christmas, he could probably buy me a car. Well, go ahead then. It says down the bottom, you know, show your support for Skylark24. You know, I've talked for 1 hour and 17 minutes. I've entertained everybody. Now I need a car. No, I'm thinking about. I do definitely want to get a car this year. I don't know whether it's going to happen or not, because also we've got boring adult stuff, but you know, it's we've got no space to park our car on our property, so I'd have to go out in the road, and because my dad's got a car, I'd have to pay extra for the permit to you know, I'd have to pay extra for the for my permit. I think it costs my dad like £100 a year or something. No, £80 a year. But for me to get it, it'd be something like 180, because we're not supposed to have 2 cars at the same property in our road, because we live in London where it's all tiny little terraced houses and there's no space in the road. Yes, Jolly Roger are making a Minions ride. If anyone hasn't seen it yet, they're posting it all over Facebook. I don't know about their other social media. I haven't looked. I'm desperate to find the first Minions ride. I need to get in touch with Jolly Roger and find out where they're sighting them in this country, and get my video on as an exclusive video for you all. The Thomas and Tugs man thought I meant Rocky from Rocky and Bullwinkle. No, I'm not aware that there's a kiddie ride from Rocky and Bullwinkle. Rocky was an ordinary little rocking horse. Callum says, what did B&Q have? They had a R.G. Mitchell sports race when I was a kid. Jack Hall says, at Seashore Holiday Park in the claw machine, they have stacks of My Little Pony teddies or toys, but they're pink. Yes, he showed me yesterday on his stream. He's got them in a video. It was quite interesting because it looked like they got a mix of real My Little Ponies and some kind of copies, and they were all in the machine together. So it was quite. I've not seen that before, so that was quite interesting. Not a Spartan is not buying me a car. I'm very disappointed. Not a Spartan. Not. I didn't actually think you were going to. Your money is your money, and I, go out and buy yourself a car, because need all the lessons first, don't you? Oh, my battery's running down on my laptop, so I'm going to have to shut up soon. So, Sammy asked, do I have a license? Yes, I do have my driving license, but I've not driven since my driving test. So, because I didn't have a car, so that was, yeah. My mum paid for me to learn. Theoretically, my charger should be plugged in. I'm actually just going to go back and I don't know why it's not working. I don't know. My charger's supposedly plugged in, but it's not charging. I don't know. Yeah, as I was saying, I got my driving license because my mum paid for me to have driving lessons for my 21st birthday, but I didn't have a car, and so basically I passed my test and I never sat in the driver's seat again because I lost my confidence, because even my dad didn't have a car at the time, so there was no way that I could keep practicing driving. So Sammy says his local Tesco Extra went down to 2 rides from 3. Well, that's nothing. We went down from 3 rides to 2 rides to 1 ride to no rides at all at our local Tesco, but it's all right because we've got Ben and Holly back now, so hopefully eventually we'll go back up to 3 rides. Have I seen My Little Pony's movie plush? Yes, I have seen them, and they're in a claw machine in Ingold Mills. And they what's interesting about them is they don't just do the pony characters; they do some of the villains as well, which I thought was interesting. And I think also, actually, take it back. There's also these plush, which are not the these aren't the claw machine ones. These were sold in shops. There's obviously a sea pony Twilight Sparkle, which I got from Toys R Us the week it was closing, because I thought it was a nice souvenir of My Little Pony as it was at the time of Toys R Us's closure. So, yeah. The Thomas and Tuggs man on Top Gear said it's easier for girls to handle the insurance than boys. What? So do they mean that we've got more money, or probably true, because it seems that most women in this day and age are sponging off of their boyfriends while earning money themselves, which I'm not supposed to say as a woman, but yeah. Ben's going again now, so I don't know if he's going for the final time, but bye, Ben. Is the charger switched on? The charger should be switched on. It's plugged in at the wall. I keep having trouble with this charger. I think it's because my wire from the laptop is always like stretched to its maximum, so it's not. Jack says he used the crane machine once and never got anything, so they're a bit of a rip-off. Well, yes, I totally agree. Crane machines, there's no skill involved at all. You're only, because they only allow you to win on every however many plays, and then there's skill involved, but so many, like, I don't know, I'd say 9 out of 10, but it's more than that. The only ones I ever play with are the prize every time ones, which is basically just like buying a plush toy. But Harry's happy that I'm fine. He was worried in my messages yesterday that I've been depressed over personal things, but it's okay. Rather not mention it too much on here. Well, I did before you came into the chat, Harry. I did mention some of it, so it's not. I'm not going into the details of it. I just had a bit of an argument a couple of days ago, and yeah, it wasn't the most pleasant time, because this is always quite a lonely, sad week for me, which is why I'm here doing the live chat. But yeah, my battery is now down to 9%, so I'm just going to have to go in a minute. But I'm going to have one final try at sorting out my battery. See if I can work out what's